I think I'll go for early. I think he might start early, so we gotta be ready for that. Well, that's when he fights fighters like Zab Judah who don't get in shape for fights, and Manny Pacquiao does, and we won't get tired, believe me.
But will he be different from the Mayweather you fought with De La Hoya?
Yeah, I think he's older and slower.
To be a greatest is not based on your record undefeated. Because there's so many fighters na nag-retire na undefeated.
Yeah.
Of Manny Pacquiao back at Wildcard, like he's never left, ready to go again, working with Freddie Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty good in some of the videos that I saw, like he wasn't in horrible shape.
Freddie Roach sends a clear message to Mayweather, insisting he's not ready for what's coming. He firmly believes Manny Pacquiao has sharpened every aspect of his game and will step into a rematch completely prepared, focused, and driven to secure a convincing victory.
That you saw that Pacquiao has his fire back. When did you see that move, or when did that come into your conscience?
When I watched him sparring for the first 2 weeks, it was just, the in and out, the speed, making the guy, catching the guy 3-4 punch combination, getting out, making a miss. It was enjoyable to watch. It really was.
Manny Pacquiao pushes through intense training sessions with Freddie Roach on the mitts, displaying quick hands, crisp combination punching, strong discipline, sharp focus, and relentless determination as he gets ready for the upcoming fight. Manny Pacquiao boldly declares that he plans to be the man who finally defeats Floyd Mayweather, setting his sights on ending the historic undefeated 50-0 record and making boxing history.
Ano kaya advantage mo?
God willing, mag-anuan tayo, mag-isay natin mabuti. Paghandaan na natin mabuti para magandang laban na may pakita natin.
Freddie Roach looks back on the first bout and explains that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was able to dictate the pace and control the fight, while Manny Pacquiao was past his absolute prime, not as sharp as before, and nowhere near his best physical condition that night.
I don't know, you think about that it got to that point, and Floyd played the game, he played the waiting game, and he won.
Yes.
He got paid. He got Pacquiao at an age where he knew that his punches weren't going to hurt him.
Yes.
He could avoid him. And it was an older fighter.
It was. And when Pacquiao fought his last fight in Australia, after the fight, I said, Manny, I said, you know what? I says, I think being a senator and being a fighter at the same time is like maybe a little bit too much, because I said, it's hard enough being a world champion fighter, or it might be just as hard being a senator. But I says, I think that you should strongly think about giving one of those up for now and choose the one that you like best. And he has not spoken.
Manny Pacquiao believes that an undefeated record alone is not what defines true greatness in boxing. Instead, he points to his achievement of winning world titles in 8 different weight divisions, a historic accomplishment that very few fighters have ever come close to matching, and one that he believes represents real legacy in the sport.
I can claim na first 8 different weight division, which is the hardest accomplishment na in boxing.
And the only one.
The only one.
Division.
First, diba? Yung kumbaga, that's the hardest accomplishment in boxing ma-achieve. And also, yung blessings ng Panginoon na naging champion na ako in 4 different decades. Do you imagine that? Bihira yung mangyari. First time in history na a fighter who became a champion in four different decades. So 90s, 2000, 2010, 2020. So bihira mangyari yan. So
Manny Pacquiao calls out Floyd Mayweather Jr. for being arrogant and overly focused on material wealth, implying that his offering persona is marked by pride, obsession with money, and a noticeable lack of humility.
In this conversation, you say, I don't like boastful people. How was it like fighting Mayweather then? Did he get on your nerves? Because I feel like he's a little bit more boastful than the people you might be wanting to hang out with.
Yeah, he's boastful. I think his God is the material things, money, everything like that. I'm pretty with him because I want to share the word of God in him if he believe God.
Yeah, I've heard he's a generous man. I think he's done good things. I think, you know, he kind of reminds me of like a lot of people are like this, by the way, including myself. I'm not just saying him. I'm including myself. The man who goes up to Jesus and says, what should I do to get into heaven? He says, sell all your belongings. And he walked away crying because he couldn't sell his.
Manny Pacquiao demonstrates his unwavering commitment through grueling training routines, proving that results speak louder than words. His focus remains on strict discipline, meticulous preparation, and relentless effort, letting his work in the gym do the talking rather than endless declarations. Dan Patrick raises doubts about the hype surrounding a potential rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, suggesting that while their history is monumental, the actual public excitement might not live up to the enormous expectations.
I mean, you know, the presentation is flashy, but he's a defense-first fighter. There's nothing to, when you watch him, you go, oh, okay, didn't get hit again, and he didn't get hit again. You know, tactically, he's brilliant, but not exciting. So, hey, if you sign up for it, go get him. Must be, it'll be September, so maybe it's a slow night for you, and you go, well, maybe I'll just buy this fight. Let me see these two guys lean on each other. But I don't know if this has to do, you know, boxers never retire. Sugar Ray Leonard told me this when I went to his first retirement in Baltimore, and he talked about fighters never retire. The phone stops ringing.
Roy Jones Jr. shares high praise for Manny Pacquiao, highlighting his extraordinary talent inside the ring. He points out that Pacquiao's brilliance isn't just in his power, but in his relentless movement and unpredictable rhythm. According to Jones, Pacquiao rarely stays in one spot long enough to be an easy target, keeping even elite opponents off balance. His footwork and clever angles let him strike from unexpected positions, making defense extremely challenging. Every motion is calculated, every step sets up the next punch, and this fluid, dynamic style forces hesitation, something that in boxing can completely change the course of a fight.
Guys don't do that. Pac-Man, fortunately, is one of those guys who knows how to use the ring. So he don't stand in just one place and fight. With that being said, if his legs can hold up for 12 rounds, he's the guy to do it.
Roy Jones Jr. also emphasizes that Manny Pacquiao blends lightning-fast speed with sharp ring intelligence. He reads his opponent's reactions instantly and adapts on the fly, turning defense into offense in a matter of seconds. Jones notes that Pacquiao's agility goes beyond physical quickness, it's a mental edge that lets him adjust under pressure. This rare mix of movement, speed, and situational awareness is what cements Pacquiao's reputation as one of the most dangerous and unforgettable fighters in boxing history.
Wait, stop. What's the guy named in the wheelchair right now?
Paul Williams.
He could have fought him.
I don't think he would have beat him.
I ain't say that. I said he could have fought him, though. And you don't think, hey, in my opinion, the only person that really had a chance in his weight class back then was Amir Khan. He wasn't touching Amir Khan. That time Amir had 2 good feet. He wasn't fighting Amir Khan.
Amir was calling him out for years.
He wasn't fighting Amir Khan. Amir Khan had 2 good feet. I already know this.
I just don't think he would have beat Floyd.
I ain't saying you don't know.
Timing was very too good.
Yeah, what you
he was young, he was fast, he was knocking people out.
You don't understand boxing like I do, though. Floyd was knocking out? Besides Pac, besides
Not at that time. Not at that time, nobody.
That's it.
Yeah,
so if you ain't knocking people out, how you got to catch Khan and knock him out. And you got to get out of that shoulder, you got to chase Khan.
Dan Patrick offers a thoughtful, slightly critical take on the idea of a rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. He questions whether the fans genuinely want to see it or if hidden agendas are driving the hype. With a touch of humor, he suggests boxing is entering a trend where retired legends, like Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, and Mike Tyson, could be easily lured back into the ring. Patrick expresses concern that the sport might be leaning too heavily on nostalgia instead of fostering new talent, and he hints that financial incentives may be motivating these comebacks, raising questions about whether these marquee fights are about legacy or simply chasing money.
Could be affecting one or both of these fighters, and that's why you're doing it. I don't know why you watch this unless the undercard is really good. maybe the novelty of being in that building, having a boxing match in the Sphere, but it's real. It's real. Does Conor McGregor get the winner of this fight? I mean, now, if Conor McGregor got to do MMA against Floyd, now that would be fun. That would have been interesting. But it was like, and then do one of the brothers, what are their names? The Paul brothers, do they get to fight somebody? I mean,
Dan Patrick also casts doubt on the entertainment factor, wondering if fans are drawn more to the spectacle than the fight itself. While the first encounter brought in huge revenue, he suggests that a repeat may lack the same genuine excitement. His perspective raises a broader question about boxing's direction, whether the sport is truly evolving or just recycling past glories for financial gain.
Businessman, but you start to read articles of, he's got things in foreclosure, and I can't imagine that you would lose but Mike Tyson did. But then, we had people stealing right in front of him. That was the difference here. But with Floyd, I thought Floyd was like a Darrell Rebus kind of businessman. So that's, if he's coming back because he needs money, that is sad. Yes, Todd.
How much money, and I don't understand the financial part of how they get millions of dollars to have these fights that supposedly are kind of ridiculous and it's like an exhibition nobody wants to see. How much of that money is based on who goes to the fight and as far as people that are buying like pay-per-view? Like what if so many people decided I'm not going to the fight, I'm not going to watch it on pay-per-view, they're still going to get millions of dollars?
Chris Manx reflects on Manny Pacquiao returning to training with Freddie Roach, calling it a nostalgic moment for fans who remember the duo at their peak. Watching them together again evokes memories of when their teamwork ruled the sport. However, Manx cautions against reading too much into short training clips, noting that anyone can look sharp for a few seconds on camera. He cites examples like Mike Tyson appearing explosive in brief promotional footage, emphasizing that such glimpses can be misleading and aren't reliable indicators of full fight readiness.
Look, I can post a video and look good for 10 seconds right now, just like when Mike Tyson looked like when he was promoting the Jake Paul fight. You writers and you guys with the non-boxing, I need to get those videos out of your head because they're just clips. Anyone could look good for that long. I can train you to look good for 10 seconds. It'll be pretty hard, but I can train you to look good for 10 seconds on video. So don't worry about that. I look, Bob Arum knows what he's talking about because it's the legs that's going to get to Pacquiao, not the power, not the explosive speed in front of a heavy bag. But whenever you're in front of an opponent and he's going to be moving around, it's the legs that are going to fail you. They're going to betray you. The power's not going to betray you. That lasts until the very end. His punch resistance, that's not going to betray him because that never goes. Speed, and it's because you rely on your legs. That's the thing that goes at age. So at 46 years old, Manny Pacquiao's not going to have...
Drawing on points often highlighted by Bob Arum, Manx stresses that as fighters age, their legs suffer before their power or ability to absorb punches. Speed, balance, and stamina typically decline first. Since Manny Pacquiao has always depended on agile footwork, this could be a concern. Still, Manx believes Pacquiao's vast experience and sharp ring IQ will allow him to adjust. He notes that veteran fighters excel at controlling the pace, minimizing unnecessary risks, and protecting themselves, making Pacquiao's comeback more strategic than reckless.
Times in 72 fights. 2 of those were in the 90s before you and I even knew him. And one time against Marquez, it was a one-punch knockout. Those really don't take away from your career and your longevity. It was one-punch knockouts. It's the beatdowns over a long period of time, for 10, 12, 11, 11 rounds. Those are the ones that catch up to you. Those are the ones that actually slow you down and are detrimental to your health. One-punch knockouts, you can get past those. Early knockouts that are way back in the rearview mirror.
Timothy Bradley provides a measured perspective on the anticipated showdown between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao. While critics question whether the timing and need for the fight make sense, Bradley points out that it continues to generate enormous attention worldwide. He emphasizes that matchups of this scale carry historical significance, legacy, and global intrigue. Even if some argue it's happening too late, the stature of the fighters ensures curiosity and respect, keeping the spotlight firmly fixed on both legends.
All the rumors are true. It's a sad thing, but it is what it is. And one more thing. Mayweather, if Mayweather didn't believe that he can beat Manny Pacquiao, he wouldn't be in the ring with him. Yeah, you know Mr. Sensitive. I love Mayweather, but let's keep it a buck. Oh, he's sensitive as hell. Not only is he sensitive, the man, he's insecure like hell. He's insecure, and he got to have a leg up on. And he saw the Barrios fight, and Barrios just got smashed by freaking Ryan Garcia. And then now, he like, Barrios is all right. I'm better than Barrios. Shit, even though I'm damn near 50, I'm still better than Barrios. My experience, my hand speed, I take care of myself. I had some exhibitions.
He also points out that both Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao are fully aware of what's at stake, knowing their legacies are constantly scrutinized. Even in the later stages of their careers, their skill, experience, and ring IQ remain crucial. According to Bradley, this fight isn't merely about asserting dominance, it's about meeting expectations. Whether critics approve or not, the matchup keeps fans talking, securing its place as one of the most discussed events in boxing history.
Thinking, he like, I still can do this. I can beat Manny Pacquiao. I saw what Barrios did to him. So, that's the reason why this fight is happening. The rumors are damn true. It's sad, but it is what it is. And you know what? The money right now for content is crazy. Netflix is paying for any type of great content, man. If you seen the change with Netflix, man, I almost canceled my damn subscription with Netflix because I got sick and tired of seeing the same boring ass shit on Netflix. And now they got this woman in place now, and she's seeking out, and she want the best of the best content. You know, they got podcasters and stuff all on Netflix now. I mean, it has grown crazy. So, you know, Jake Paul opened up
The host from Boxing Ego delivers a critical perspective on Manny Pacquiao stepping back into the ring against a formidable power puncher, highlighting concerns about the lack of recent activity from both fighters. He notes that while Pacquiao hasn't been consistently active, his opponent possesses serious knockout ability, having troubled fighters like Timothy Bradley and Chris Algieri in previous bouts. The analyst stresses a recurring principle in boxing: power is usually the last skill to diminish with age.
Right? And he fighting a power puncher in Ruslan Provodnikov. I get it, he ain't been fighting, he's inactive, but Pacquiao, he ain't really active either. He fought Barrios, and that's it. So Pacquiao gonna fight a big puncher who hurt Tim Bradley, who hurt Chris Algieri, who Lucas Matisse had to box, and John Molina and all these people had to box because he hit too hard. They say power is the last thing to go. And you got the Floyd Mayweather fight looming. I'm surprised Netflix didn't force them to cancel these exhibitions. So that's on the Pacquiao side. Boom. On the Floyd Mayweather side, look at this. Floyd Mayweather, keep in mind, the Pacquiao Maypac 2.
This creates a high-risk scenario, particularly for an older fighter coming back after minimal recent action. Even with Pacquiao's experience and skill, facing a hard-hitting opponent always carries inherent danger. The analyst also turns his attention to Floyd Mayweather Jr. and his ongoing participation in exhibition bouts, questioning the quality of his opponents. He points out that some matchups seem more like spectacles than genuine competition. Overall, the analysis casts doubt on both sides, suggesting these fights may be fueled more by entertainment value and financial incentives than by true competitive necessity in boxing.
Floyd, it says Battle of the Legends, Floyd Money Mayweather versus Mike Zimbides. 180 fights, 158 wins, 87 knockouts. I don't even know who this is, bro. But Floyd finna fight an exhibition against this Ninja Turtle looking muff. Michelangelo is a party dude. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Bro, get this turtles in a half shell, a turtle power, cowabunga. Bro, this man got a tortoise shell. Bro, Floyd about to fight whatever dude's name is. Zamibia or whatever his name is. So Floyd about to fight Zamunda or whatever this guy.
That wraps up today's breakdown. Make sure to stay tuned for the next update.